And boom, we're back. I am recording this video after my little speech, which I'll cut to in just a second. But I just want to do a little recap. I took, I think about 5 days off since the trip. I was just recovering a little bit, and honestly, I'm feeling kind of under the weather. I think Canada kind of did a number on me, but I actually broke my laptop and I lost my SD card. So that's the reason that new videos haven't been coming out. I don't actually have anything to edit on in Wichita Falls, so I was really relying on my laptop to do that for me, and I just I broke it. So that sucks. And then that SD card, I couldn't pull out any footage. So yeah, very, very interesting time in my life. I'm gonna go back to Lubbock today, but I had a speech this morning. The whole reason that I stayed an extra few days in Wichita Falls was because I was asked to give a speech for my old volunteer group. And yeah, I'll show you guys how it went, so I'm gonna cut to it now.
That this young man is gonna go places. He's already going places, and hopefully in the future he will be our dentist here, and even more. So I have the pleasure to introduce to you Brandon Hunt. He was part of the program. He was a high school mentor, a college mentor, and then he even decided to stay in touch with us after he moved from MSU to Texas Tech. He graduated just last year from Texas Tech, and he's gonna be going to dental school here pretty soon. Can we give him a round of applause?
Okay, and then we're back. Boom, same spot. I hope that the speech came out well. I'll be honest, I'm feeling like kind of out of it, and my speech pattern isn't right, and then I'm stuttering a lot. I'm losing track of my thoughts and everything, so that's not the best presentation I ever gave, but it seemed like the kids liked it, and then it was really good to see my old students and catch up with them, and especially my old colleagues and everything, just being able to see all of them, because a lot of my students now are working the role that I did in there, and it was really amazing to see how they've grown and how they changed and everything, and I appreciated it a lot to see them again. And I'm so sorry for the horrible presentation, but it was something that I was asked to do, and I hope it turns out well. I hope that they ask me again to come back and maybe speak, and then I hope that it's better next time. So yeah, not feeling under the weather, but I just want to do a little recap since I'm at my old, I don't know if I can call this my alma mater because I didn't graduate from them, but I spent 2 years of I guess a majority of my college years with them, 2 years and everything. And I have a lot of memories associated with this place. So one thing I talked about was the Red Wine Honors Program. That was a pretty big thing that I did here at MSU. And a lot of the program has changed now. It's under a new director, there's a new assistant working it. A lot of the people that I knew have either left or graduated or are still in it, blah, 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 all that stuff. But they used to be posted up in this building over here. It's called Birdwell. But I went down a little trip down memory lane after catching up with everybody at this program, and it's really, really sad. It's they moved out of the spot that I knew them at, and I saw their new spot. We used to have a coffee machine, like an espresso machine inside there. There's a whole bulletin board about all the alumni and how everybody's doing, and then I was on there. I had my little graduation card on there, boom, and everything, and that was something I really enjoyed and I knew really well. And it seems like it's all different now. They're in a really smaller space, which really, really sucks. And it seems like they're under a new what's it called? New management, I guess. I didn't get to meet the director. Apparently, this person sounds very interesting, so I'll have to go find a time to come back to MSU and talk to them. But she's a Korean-German professor or something like that, and that's super cool. But apparently she's the one directing it, and from the stories I'm hearing from everybody that I talked to in that building, they told me that she's very chill. So I have to go find time to go speak with them. But I spoke with the new assistant, and yeah, it seemed like everything is kind of, how do you say it? It's kind of mixed reception right now, because they're obviously moving to a smaller space and not like as prominent as before, and things are changing. So some of the students are scared, but I think a little change is always not too bad, right? And especially sometimes you just have to adapt and what's it called, overcome, right? And I'm knowing that those people, and knowing some of the people in this program, I'm sure they can overcome and do everything. But I tell you, it was a weird trip to go down memory lane and see all the past stuff. So another thing I did, I wish I recorded it, but I went past the old like recreation room, and that was a room that me and my friends often played pool in, and it was really sad to see there because we don't play pool in there no more, and a lot of us are not the closest friends no more, and yeah, it was just so sad to see that. And I don't know, it's just I'm kind of going through it right now, this nostalgia trip and everything. And I know that, what's it called, it feels weird to go on a nostalgia trip like this because I'm not too separated from it, right? But I get why people want to donate to like their alma mater or something, or when they come back they feel a certain type of way. Because if I'm feeling this certain type of way right now and romanticizing that period of my life, then who knows how I'll be in like 5-10 years. But I'm gonna cut to some driving footage now. I'm gonna go see my parents real fast, go pack my bag, or I packed my bag already. I'm just gonna load it up in my car. I'm bringing my guitar with me back to Lubbock, so hopefully that'll be cool. But yeah, Lubbock should be very, very hectic. I have a lot of stuff going on in Lubbock, and then I guess I wanted to do a life update because even though I haven't been, this lady's inside the car over there, I haven't been vlogging everything, my life has not stopped. Life never stops. And honestly, life has gotten very, very hectic, and a lot of stuff has been happening during the trip, after the trip, and even right now. So I'll do a little life update segment. Maybe I'll turn that into a driving montage, who knows, but goodbye for now. I just saw my parents and went home and packed everything. The guitar, the sleeping bag, camping stuff over there, backpack, amp is over here somewhere, and then a whole bunch of random supplies all the way back there. But we're gonna start to drive now. I had to go get gas, so pray for my wallet, I guess. So I don't even know what I'm talking about. I need to get back in the groove of vlogging, so I hope that this vlog is somewhat watchable. Okay, whatever. I'm texting my friends right now. So we're gonna go back and I'll do a full life segment back then, but quick driving montage. I've driven to Lubbock so many times now. I'm sure you guys are tired of it, so just a quick driving montage. Boom. Okay, boom, I'm back in a familiar place. I think you guys should all recognize this place. Drive went pretty well. I hope you guys like that driving montage a little bit. Instantly when I got back to town, I dropped off my computer. So it was actually pretty funny. So I called these guys before in Wichita Falls, and then I was like, hey, can you just order this part for me? And they refused to do it because they're like, it's like liable, because if we don't get the exact right part, you can like do a whole bunch of stuff, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay. So the instant I got back to town, I dropped off the laptop, and they usually charge a like inspection fee or a like deposit fee or something, but I handed him my laptop. He's like, oh, this is pretty nice. And then as I was giving him my information, I was like, do I have to pay anything at all today? He's like, no, this is enough collateral. If you don't come back for this, then we're just gonna take it. So I guess I felt pretty nice. He said that he's gonna take a look at it today and then hopefully order the part sometime this weekend, and then I should be good sometime next week, so that should be fun. I just dropped off all my stuff here, but I also went to Guitar Center. First time at Guitar Center, by the way. Very cool store. I was looking at everything. But when I got that guitar off Facebook Marketplace, the action, which is like the space between the strings and like the fingerboard or the fretboard, is pretty high. So the dude told me it was pretty high, and I didn't realize how high it was because I'm just completely beginner, right? I don't even know anything about it. So as I was playing, I was learning on it. And then I decided to bring it into Guitar Center just to check with them and see, like, is it ridiculously high where I shouldn't play at all and it's like hampering my learning, or should I just be fine playing it? And then I handed it to the guy. He's like, yeah, this is pretty high. It also looks like it needs new strings and blah, blah. I think that was like probably like a salesman technique for him to be like, hey, you need all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I really needed all that stuff, but I knew it was high and then I just wanted to get it clean. So I also dropped off the guitar. But I have my amp set up right there. Boom. I hope you guys can see it. And I'm going to take a nap right before I put away all my clothes. I have a whole bunch of clothes to put away, and I have a whole bunch of laundry to do. And honestly, I just need to get organized again and get everything where it needs to be. And yeah, my room is a fucking mess. I did not clean like I should have or organized how I should have before I left on my trip. And it's gonna bite me in the butt now. But I'm gonna do a quick nap. This is me napping. I hope you guys like this montage.
Hey yo, Slade, is that you?
Boom. Okay, we're back. I just took a shower. I just woke up from bed. Quick little thing. I unpacked most of the things. I think the only thing I didn't pack, which really sucks, is where's that? And oh, right here. I forgot to bring my Garmin watch charger. So this thing has a proprietary charger thing. So I don't get my sleep tracking data and my health data for the next like 2 weeks. So that really sucks. I'm rocking the Casio now. Boom, boom. Very cool. Looks good, I think. But let's do the life update. Little graphic. Okay, so where do we start with this? Can you tell these videos are unscripted? Okay, let's talk about the last like 3 weeks. Okay, so these first 2 weeks were the national park trip, and then this last week was kind of an adjustment day. So basically the entire reason I was giving that speech, I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the video before or in the segment before, but it was something that I've been kind of working on with the coordinator of that program for a while. I think he wanted me to come back and speak sometime last summer, but I didn't get a chance to because I was so busy here and just like my life here and everything that I never got a chance to go back and talk to the students. But it was something that I kind of lined up perfectly. I told him that, hey, I'm going on this big national park trip. I'm gonna come back on this day. If you have any availability, just let me know. I'll throw together a presentation and hopefully it will be all right. And I'm not very happy with my performance. I'm never happy with how I do presentations because I always think that I can do it better. But I know I definitely could have done that one better. I was stuttering so much. I was just talking out of my butt for some of that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why that happened to me. I think it's just, I'm feeling a little under weather, but I think it's just my brain sometimes. I think I talk too fast or I think too fast, blah, blah, blah. But that was the reason that speech happened, and now I'm finally back in Lubbock. So I think my life in Lubbock will be pretty hectic from now on because not only does my lease end the end of this month, but I'm actually moving out before my lease ends. So I think the lease ends July 31st, but I have to be back in town sometime before July 25th. And in town is Wichita Falls. And the reason for that is that I'm starting dental assistant school in Wichita Falls. So as you guys know and how I talked about in that presentation, I applied to dental school and everything. I got that in just around the trip starting. And hopefully I'll know if I'm in sometime during August, October. So that's usually when they give out interviews. And then from there in December usually is when you know if you're accepted or not. And then even then for like some other state schools, you kind of know later and later in the year. So hopefully I get in this first try. But I think it's very common for people to take multiple years to try and get in, or they kind of fail in their first time around and, how do you say it? They have to kind of work at it again the next upcoming cycle. So I'm hoping that I can get in this first cycle because that'd be really convenient for me in my life trajectory. But I'm also preparing and gearing for the fact that I could take multiple cycles. So that's just something to watch out for, and I just hope and hope, right? But yeah, I'm just gonna do the most I can do to prepare myself for that. And I think one way to do that is by staying close to the field and keeping myself sharp. I think within this past kind of spring semester slash semester I didn't get because I graduated early was that I let myself not be as sharp and not let myself be a learner and be a student. I really do value learning. I really do value being a student. And I think like this past semester, I was able to just kind of like chud max because I got all my stuff done early and I was able to do all these things and be present for all my friends and go date and do all these things and be like this. But I am a student at heart, so I want to be close to the field and bolster that in the resume, but also be kind of sharper in a sense that I can, when I am hopefully accepted, that I can like have some experience, right, and know what I'm talking about and know what I'm kind of seeing. So that's one reason that I'm doing that. Another reason is that I'm going to take the advice of a lot of people before me And I think an advice or a piece of advice that a lot of people who are going to like the medical related fields get, or people even getting masters get, is that you should take a gap year and then you should travel, you should work, you should do something in your gap year to help find yourself or like develop yourself somehow, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't really take that super serious. I kind of resorted to this gap year being like, hey, like it's a gap year, I can do whatever I want. Hopefully I get in first try. If I get in first try, then well, whatever, this is just a year to do whatever. But after my national park trip and seeing the vastness of middle of America and everything, and I had such a great time watching like the landscapes and everything and meeting the people there, that I realized that the world is pretty big and everything. And that one thing that I mentioned in that presentation was that I felt pretty stagnant at MSU near the end of my year there. And when I felt stagnant like that, I knew that I needed to push myself harder and to try and be better in that sense. And I'm a really growth oriented person, as you can tell. I really do want to just keep walking and walking and walking forward. I hate kind of this stagnant feeling, but I realized that I got stagnant here in Lubbock and I didn't even realize it. And I think maybe that's a phenomenon that you get when you're older. You kind of are able to just settle into life and get into routine. But I think right now I do want to keep like pushing myself, and I do want to keep seeing the world and seeing what it has to offer and everything. So I'm gonna plan a big adventure by myself. So it's gonna be a solo adventure. Maybe I'll bring a friend along if somebody has the funds to do it, or somebody's in the same life trajectory or same life path as me. But the places I'm currently looking at are Iceland, Morocco, and then something in Asia. So I was thinking that I should not do Japan or Korea. My sister did a Japan trip and she loved it, but I'm not very super interested in Japan. I know it's a good time to go because their currency is weak and everything, and then your money goes a lot farther. But it never was super duper interesting to me. I kind of want to go to like China, maybe India, or just somewhere in Southeast Asia. So we'll see what I want to do with that. But that's the current plan for now. And the way I'm going to be funding that is the dental assistant school and picking up a job within those 3 months of training. And then, oh, I totally forgot the biggest thing. I'm not moving to OKC. The plans with Steven kind of fell through. Basically what happened was that I kind of took a pretty hands-off approach, which is my fault. And I told Steven like, hey, I'm gonna be kind of MIA. I'm gonna trust you to find an apartment and, you know, like get me the lease and everything. If you need anything from me, just let me know. But these like last couple months, I'm gonna be super hectic and super busy with just life stuff and this national park trip. So I'm not gonna be able to come tour with y'all and figure out an apartment situation. So just let me know what to do, and then I'll hopefully be able to do it for you. But I got a message sometime during that trip being like, don't burp, don't burp. Okay, sorry. Wow. Don't burp. But I got a message sometime during that trip being like, hey, Brandon, we're in a situation right now. Me and my girlfriend are studying for our MCATs and we cannot find a suitable apartment. I think we're just gonna try and roll with a 2-person apartment, and I'm sorry, but we're leaving you out for this, blah, 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 blah. He obviously worded it a lot better than me. But yeah, that's my own fault. I think I should have pushed harder for it if I really wanted it, but I'm not too torn up about it. I didn't really push as hard as I could have, and I didn't really help them as much, so I can't be mad at them for that. And Steven's one of my best friends as well, so like, how can I ever be mad at him? But with that, I'm gonna be back in Wichita Falls for the remainder of the year. So that's why I'm kind of having to move back before July 25th. Gosh, but actually, I'll mention this one thing. My mom constantly talked about how she was checking my YouTube channel during that national park trip. If she watched the videos, she would know that I told her that no videos are coming out. Like, these videos are coming out very, very sparingly during this time, but she kept checking and kept checking. And I know she'll eventually watch this video somehow. And I'm sorry, Mom, I cannot live with you guys at home. I think once you get a taste of living by yourself and having that independence and having all that autonomy, how could you ever go back to living with your parents, right? And then I've only done it for like a week and a half, just by being back, and I was already kind of losing my mind a little bit. I'm much happier just being able to live by myself and be here and have my autonomy than I was back there. And that's no shade to my parents or grandparents. I love them, obviously. It's just that once you get a taste of this, how could you ever go back? And yeah, that's one thing that I'm gonna have to kind of manage. So hopefully at the end of the 3-month training, I can maybe find an apartment. Somebody will probably be in the same kind of like life stage as me. I know a few people back in town who are kind of looking for an apartment, kind of stuck right now. So hopefully I can goad them into being like, hey, you know, have like the rest of the year, you know, you want to go get an apartment together in a different city with my job, or do you want to get an apartment over here? I can't live with my parents, like let's just split rent, blah blah blah. And hopefully that'll be somewhat viable. So yeah, I know that the whole thing about traveling is sometimes you need to save your money, but also I think sometimes you need to save your mental health. And I know I would go crazy if I stayed there the entire time. So yeah, look out for that, I guess. And then I guess we'll see where those plans go. But just to break it down to bullet points, no more OKC, back to hometown. Have to move out of this apartment sometime before July 25th. Starting dental assistant school. Dental assistant school will hopefully be a gateway to a little bit more earning power than a job that I'm going to work sometime in this frame. And once I have that more earning power, start saving, and hopefully go on a nice trip or get an apartment with friends. And then I'll hopefully be accepted to dental school by that time. I'm very stressed out about it, as you can tell. I think everybody who applies to these secondary schools is always going to be super stressed out about it. It's something I really do care about and something that I really do want to get into. So I know it's part of the process and that it's cycles and everything, that, you know, if you don't get in this first time, you can always just reapply next time, and then you can keep making your resume better and better and show why you're the best candidate. But I really do want to get in and everything and have that chapter of my life be kind of closed and everything. But yeah, so that's the main thing kind of occupying my mind and my thoughts at the time. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to give you guys some good news sometime in October/August/December, and the rest of my life will probably be okay. So yeah, my life in Lubbock will get pretty busy. I'm gonna make sure I maximize my time here and not chug max and lay around in my bed. So you'll probably see a lot of adventures. So one thing that I haven't done is like go reclaim places that were kind of meaningful to me. So I'm gonna try and go eat at a restaurant that I used to frequent very often with somebody that was in my life that is not currently in my life no more. So I'm gonna try and reclaim that space, and then I'm gonna try and go Palo Duro. That's like the national park. I think it's a state park, essentially, but it's the one here in Lubbock that I never got to go to. So I think that'll be an adventure with Kevin. Kevin's kind of like my outdoorsy friend. He doesn't like being on camera, so we'll see if he wants to do it or not. But that's one thing that he kind of goaded us to doing that we never ever got to try. So I want to be able to try and do that before obviously hanging out with Jordan and Maddie. Jordan and Maddie are the people who are kind of living here, and Jordan's at least ends also in July. So we're kind of having a send-off party. It's kind of interesting. Me and Jordan had a graduation party together, and now we're having a send-off party together for Lubbock and everything. So yeah, Lubbock has been a great time in my life, and I'll do a full recap of my experiences in Lubbock and why, I don't know, like I felt comfortable here, but I'll also hopefully be moving on to greener pastures. So yeah, just look out for the future, and then I'm gonna end the video right here. I think this is a super long video. This is almost a 13-minute segment of me just talking about my future life and my plans, and that's also coupled with the speech that I gave earlier. I'm not sure how I'm gonna quite edit this video yet. I'm gonna figure out as soon as I finish editing this. Oh, I totally forgot to talk about that too. British National Park video, I'm gonna separate it into 2 styles. Boom. So one style is going to be like that supercut style where it's just a compilation of vlogs and just what happened throughout the day. So that will involve a lot of random footage and just footage that we randomly took. And then I'm going to split it into a national park movie. And I think I'm calling it a movie. It's not really going to be a movie. It's just going to be a more edited, more research video. So I want to do something with like the history of national parks, about some of the stuff that we learned at the national park and everything, and just what I kind of experienced as a non-national park goer. And that will probably be a more like in-depth video, I guess is the best way to word it. So be on the lookout for that. Those will not come out for a good while, unless I'm a machine and I can get it edited tonight. I finally was able to get back to my usual setup and I can edit again. But yeah, I guess we'll see. And I guess that's the end of this video. Oh, also, I hope I look a little bit better. I'm a little bit more tan now since the trip, and then I lost 4 pounds on that trip. So if you're trying to lose weight, I guess a good way to do it. I know it's mostly all fat too, because I can finally see my abs. I've never been able to see my abs ever before in my life, so that's really good. I like that. So yeah, I don't know why I mentioned that, but yeah, if you're trying to lose some pounds and trying to get more toned, then you should go on a hike. So yeah, go look out for that. And then I guess I'll end this video here. Bye bye.